Hi, good luck. Good luck. Good to see you. Good to have you here. It's been raining here since morning, and how is the weather over there? Good luck. Please like the live stream, okay? How is the weather over there? Hi, Jackie. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, I'm so happy to have you. Sunny. Okay, it's sunny there. It's raining here. Yeah, it's raining here. Thank you so much for joining. And of course, you're welcome to this channel, and this is the up where I create for all new YouTubers, for small YouTubers, whether you're small, you're big. We gather here and we discuss something. But today something happened today, and I want to share the story with all of you. So you tell me what you enjoy from the story, or the mistakes, my mistakes, and how to improve on my mistakes. Do you use YouTube app to go live? Yes, I use YouTube live app. Yes, except I want to do restream. Restream, I can use some StreamYard to go live, but this is YouTube app. What happened? Why do you ask? Yeah, Jackie. So I'm saying that I want to share um a part of my life that you don't know and have not shared it yet. So I just hope that this my story is going to bless someone and touch someone's heart. Yes. So it all started when I was in my college. I was just curious. Go ahead and share. All right. Thank you so much, Jackie. Okay, so I was just very curious when I was you know in my high school. I don't know, Jackie, are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? I need to understand before I proceed. Are you a Christian? Because I mean, if you're from that part of understanding, this story is going to make so much sense. Yes, I am. Okay, good. So I can proceed. Okay, so like I said, today's discussion is going to be, very off of the usual. Okay. So it all started when I was in high school. Yes, I've always been a lover of God, a church goer. I go to church, I served in the unit, technical unit, precisely, and I've been there serving God there faithfully and judiciously. So I gained admission into the high school where I continued serving, and it was amazing. The power of God was so powerful, great things were happening, and I was super, super excited. So when I finished my high school, it was a bit tough because I wasn't in that school environment where we gather to pray. Again, no more group prayers. I'm now with my parents. They can, maybe the time you want to stand up and pray is the time they will send you on an errand, and they are your parents. You just have to go. So there were a lot of distractions coming in, and before you know it, the zeal started dropping. The zeal to pray started dropping. The passion to pray started dropping. Things, I mean, all those zeal that I usually had when I was in high school just started going down bit by bit. And before you know it, I I lost it. Like I lost that part of praying. I lost that part of fellowship. I lost that part of koinonia. I'll call it koinonia because that encounter, that intimacy. I lost that part. Okay. But to me, I was doing just fine. Yes, I was doing just fine. But it was very difficult for me to study my Bible. It was difficult for me to pray. It was hard, like extremely hard. Now you asked me what really happened. Now this is what happened. Like I said, I loved God. I love going to church, and I love serving God in a unit. So it was like, am I going to eat prayers? Am I going to eat the Bible? Am I going to, like, I mean, I need money, right? I need money to solve one or two things that that is really really um necessary in my life. Okay, so and I said to myself, okay, I need this money and I need it in the right way. So I need, because I mean, if you don't have money, serving God will become so boring. And if you don't have money, like if you don't have money, serving God will become so frustrating. How do I mean? Imagine you are working, you wake up in the morning and you want to go to church or you want to go for fellowship, and you don't have a common transportation. I mean, to transport yourself from the house to where you're heading to, especially when the distance is far, you understand how frustrated it could be. And I mean, as a child of God, you I mean, how would you start begging? You start begging this one, begging this one, begging this one. I didn't want all of those life, because of course we know that to have money, whether you are serving, whether you're a Christian or not, to have money, you need to understand the principles of money, and you have to work before you have money, because money will not fall down from the sky. So that was the whole struggles. Okay, the struggle to, okay, I want to have money, I need to support my parents, I need to start my life, I need to do one or two things, I need to just start earning money. I started, as sales personnel, going to serve someone and all of that. Now, when it was time for me to go for NYC, that portrait you're seeing there is very precious to me, because that was when life happened. Okay, when I served here for 1 year. Now, towards the ending part of, yeah, it can be frustrating when you are dealing with lack of anything. I understand. Great. It can be, even when you come back from church, you don't have food to eat. It can be very, very frustrating, and it would be like, "Ah, why am I even doing this? Why am I going to church and I barely have what to eat?" It was really a struggle. So when I went for my NYC, that portrait you're seeing there, when I went there, I continued, serving and loving. And I sort to keep continue serving in the technical unit, where I use my phone to do graphics, the media, where publicity, where I use my phone to do some design. It wasn't professional at all. It wasn't professional at all. I was just using my phone to use Canva to do some, little design for the fellowship and all of that. So I wasn't really. Please, guys, double tap on the screen, okay? Like the live stream so that YouTube can come to more people. Thank you so much. I wasn't really a professional in terms of using phone to design. All right. So I started using phone to design. I started using it on the platform. People see it. They, okay, put it on my WhatsApp status. And towards the ending part, I served in the NTCF family house, yes, as a publicity assistant, publicity, and now became the publicity itself later, like the publice. So it happens like that. So I kept on going, towards the ending of the year, where I want to conclude my YC. I had to sit down, ask myself, because always there's this thing that in Nigerian are facing, life after NYC. What will it be like? I mean, where is the work? Where am I going to work? What will I do? After NYC, what next? A lot of questions are just coming in. So while others went on a holiday, Christmas holiday, I sat back in the house. I began to talk to God. Please, I need direction, I need direction, I need direction. What else to do? What else to do? It now said, it reminded me of what I have in my hand. What I have in my hand. What did I have in my hand? I said it's graphic design, and I'm doing it like passion. They turn that passion into something that can generate income. Turn their passion into something that can generate income. And of course, your passion can fetch you money. That you can earn money while you do what you love. Wow. That was I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not even a professional in this. I don't even know how to design well. Okay, so what do I need? I need a laptop. My first mindset was I need a laptop. But whereas what I needed wasn't even a laptop, was to start with what I had that time, which was an infinite small phone. Start with it. So I started with it. I wasn't still comfortable, because designing with a phone is quite tough and difficult when you're starting, compared to using a laptop. So I started with a little one that I had, I kept going, I kept going, I kept going. At some point, towards when we had done the NYC, I met the man of God. I told him that I'll be going somewhere to work. Where are you going to the north? Do you have anybody there? I said, no, I don't have. Okay, so now say you're not going anywhere. I will send you a link. You're going to send your CV, your application, blah blah blah, to that email. So I sent. Lo and behold, it was a veterinary clinic. Okay, where I have to go. This. So my mind was that when I served there for 6 months, I'm going to resign and start my own maybe personal entrepreneurial stuff, like maybe get a laptop and start my skill, develop my skill for, I mean, to stand out well. So when I went there, I didn't have the money, right? Of course, I didn't have it. Obviously, I didn't have the money to buy the laptop. So I opted into the platform they call Easy Buy, where I have to you know, buy, pay them and buy, and I'll be paying them every month. Okay, like pay with interest. That was how I bought the laptop. And in between, when I start work, during the free time that I will start working. I will start learning how to do graphics. Come on YouTube here, get videos on how to start, as a graphic designer. I was practicing and practicing, practicing back to back. Then every little thing that I learned, I'll put it on my WhatsApp status. Every little thing I learned, I put it on my WhatsApp. So people started asking me, are you a graphic designer? I said, yes, I'm into graphic design. I'm still graphic design. I got my first pay, 2,000 naira. What is 2,000 naira? 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira was my first pay as a graphic designer, just to when I was learning. So I got 1,000. That 1,000 made me feel like, oh wow, so I can be paid by doing what I love, right? I took it more seriously. I got on YouTube, picked videos, I started digging more research on graphic design. Before you know it, I started, growing, and I started building online. Started building on public, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on LinkedIn. But not until LinkedIn served me 8 restrictions. I was restricted 8 times on LinkedIn, and I was sent a customized message that, hey, move on to another platform. This platform is not meant for you. Come on, I was heartbroken. Okay, so I said fine. People advised me go on X, Twitter. I said, Twitter. You need to show your nude. You need to show your, sensitive part of your body for you to gain followers and all of that. Well, I said, okay, let me see if I can build a personal brand there. I started building a personal brand there, optimizing profiles as a graphic designer as well, showcasing my work. The first account got locked, the second account got locked, the third account, which was monetized, later got locked. Then this fourth one is still there, that got monetized, and it's like 6 months now, 6 months old now. Yes. So I started like that, and I recovered the money I actually borrowed to get my laptop. I recovered it times 10. I recovered it in between all this. So like 2 years, I recovered everything. Now, where am I heading to? Where I'm heading to is that at a late certain time, I started losing my prayer time. Do not even have time to even study the Bible. It wasn't even there. The zeal wasn't there because I was carried away with money making, making money online. And social media is very, very distracting. Yes, social media is very, very distracting. Now, if you don't know how to balance your social media life, your spiritual life, your family life, you don't know how to balance all of these things, you're going to have a very big hole as you progress. So I was lacking. Yes, I was lacking. I wasn't able to balance my spiritual life with social media. I wasn't able to balance my social media with money making. I wasn't able to balance anything. And that was how I lost it completely. Yes. But I could always feel around me, I could always hear that voice of God telling me, hey, there's a place for you. Like I missed that intimacy. I miss your voice. Because one thing, when you have a strong relationship with God, when you have a relationship, you will know it. You will hear him. Like, I don't know, you will just feel his this presence around you. Anytime, whether you are sleeping, whether you are eating, you always know all of those things. But at some point, I started feeling a distance between me and him. Started feeling a distance because before now, I would say, okay, I'm not doing this alone. I'm with God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. I know those three are with me. But at some point, started feeling a distance. There was a distance. Why? Because I forgot and I left that things I was always doing. I was always doing before prayers, studying the word, and those are the things that will take us closer to Him. You know, when they said being righteous, it's not about wearing agbada covering your faces and covering everywhere that makes you look holy. No, when you are right standing with God, it means that you have consistent that fellowship, that plat, is there. There's that consistency between you and God. Like that bridge is not broken. So when you say you're having a right standing with Him, it means that your ways pleases Him. You acknowledge Him in everything you do. You have a time you communicate with Him. He knows you like you know yourself. Like he knows you like he could hear your voice, he could understand your voice. Sometimes when we pray, when you are new to prayers, this one thing I notice: when you are new to prayers, your voice will sound like a foreign voice, just like in the algorithm settings. When you are a new account, right, the algorithm is trying to recognize this person. Let's see if you are consistent. Now, the more you become consistent, the more the algorithm will push you. The same way I notice about praying to God. When you are new into the family, right, God family, when you are new, being born again, when you are new, the first period of you're going to start praying, you're going to find it difficult. It's going to be struggle, 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 struggle. But the more you keep going, the more the voice you'll be hearing will be becoming clearer, and the more your eyes will become open, the more sensitive you become. So I don't know if you've experienced any of this. I would love to also know your experience. If you have experienced any of this when you started your praying walk, or when your prayer walk with God, or you started your walk with God, how was it like with you? All right. So I lost all of those things. I could sleep without even remembering that I prayed. Yes, but I know that in my subconscious mind, I will be praying. Okay, Jackie, you say yes. Okay, I would love to know. I mean, I would love to know more if you're willing to share. Okay. So it started going like that. It started going like that, and I felt like I was disconnected in a way. So it is not about you. I mean, some people say, you're not fornicating, you're not stealing. It is not until you fornicate that will make you to disconnect from God. It is not until you steal that will make you to disconnect from God. It is not until you kill someone that will make you to be disconnected from God. I mean, your absence in His presence can make you to be disconnected from Him. You don't have to keep yourself so far from Him. You have to keep calling Him every single day. I missed it. Yes, I missed it. Such that I could not, in fact, I will not even be praying in the house. But when I go to the public, you pray, you'll be like, but this is you. When you come back to the house, you don't even remember to pray. So most times, most of us, we are like that. We don't even have a quiet time in the house. When you add God to the center of your life, you feel fulfilled. Exactly. Now, I wasn't having this peace. Okay, I wasn't having this peace at all. I was unrest. I was unsettled. I was unrest. I was unsettled. It was as if something is missing. I mean, no matter how what I was trying to do online, my account on X, I optimized it. I wasn't feeling it. I learned all the skill. If I have many skills that I'm telling you that I have, but none of those one is making me find fulfillment. It means that something is missing. So today, when I went out, because I made a mistake yesterday when I was trying to recharge my data. Okay, when I went out yesterday, sorry, today, I went to the bank to make the complaint. They told me that, okay, this is what I have to do, this is what I have to do. And of course, you all know that the step of a righteous man is always ordered by God, right? So when I was coming back, it was raining heavily. And I said to myself, let me enter the church and stay there, probably charge my phone and go live. But I couldn't go live because people were praying. Good. So I met one person. It was like an angel God sent to me, right? I told the person, Okay, we exchanged greetings, right? And then he answered me. And he started asking me, what do you do? I told him I'm a graphic designer. I'm working online frequent. What do you do online? I started telling him. He said, okay. And I told him, okay, let me show you my YouTube channel. I showed him and he subscribed. And we started discussion. And I told him, okay, when we started talking, I told me I should tell him about my channel. And I told him that, okay, I'm sharing it takes time to build a relationship with God, like a relationship with someone who you hope to be a friend or something. When you don't talk to them, you miss them, you feel out of sort. Exactly. Stopping by before Mama, you make it also. Thank you so much. Beyond details. Exactly. I love that part, Jackie. It takes time to build that relationship. It's just like building a relationship with a normal person, like a human being. Okay? A human being, no, all this boyfriend and girlfriend, when you're in a relationship, it will take you time to understand the person. You can't meet the person today and understand the person's voice today, and know the person's voice today, and know everything about the person today. It will take you time to build that relationship. The same thing with God. It means the more you keep going to God, the more you become intimate with Him, the more His voice become clearer, and the more your own voice is also recognized in heaven, such that you will not even need to pray and swear before your prayers are answered. You just need to just say peace and everything will work. I missed those moments because I was once there, but I lost it doing life happens. So today, when I met him, we started talking. I was actually mentally like I was unstable. Mentally, I was unstable. I was looking worried. I was looking troubled. So and I told him that actually I feel like I need a therapist. He said, really, I'm a therapist. I said, are you serious? Like, you're a therapist? Oh, wow. So I think I'm in the right place. But please don't lie to me. Are you a therapist? He said, yes, he's a therapist. I started talking. I thought, okay, this is what I'm going through. That I've lost it. I lost it in the quest of chasing for money. The money I don't have. Yes, because the more you chase for money, the more money is going. As in, the more I chase for this money, the more I mean, what I mean by chasing for money is this one, I will lay my hands on this one. This one, I will lay my hands on this one. I want to do everything to make sure I have money because I know where I'm coming from. Do you understand? I'm coming from a family that you have to struggle. Like, if you don't do it, you cannot, no, nothing is going to happen. So I'm coming from that kind of family that you have to be the one to break that age. And I understand that poverty has to do with the mindset. Yes, poverty is in the mind. Now, if you cannot handle a million naira, I understand. Yeah, thank you for so much. Now, if you cannot handle a million or a $100 in your mind, you can't touch it with your hand. So poverty is in the mind. Until your mind is being transformed, you are still poor. So I said to myself, I need to change the narrative of this family. Do you understand? Because I thought maybe it's by my strength, it's by my might, it's by working, it's by working out yourself. So I began to tell this person, I began to open up and express myself to this person. Now this person now told me something. He said, when you get back to the house, just take yourself out. Humble start. Thank you so much, Beyond. Now he said, keep yourself. He said, this our body is given to us for us to take care of. So I have overworked this my body so that my body is even crying. I need rest. Do you know why? Because I have worked this my body. I have not rested. Now, to build your account on X and stand out, like you have to, especially if you want to monetize, you have to work so really hard that it was affecting my mental health. I will not lie to you. Social media is really, really, really draining if you don't know how to handle this. So I allowed it to enter into me, such that when I sleep, I'll be seeing X in my head. When I close my eyes, I'll be seeing Twitter. When I close my eyes, I'll be seeing. I won't even have a good sleep. Like, I won't sleep, a normal sleeping hours. I think they said is it 6 hours? I mean, is it 8 hours? I couldn't even sleep up to 5 hours straight in one night. It was a problem. Okay, so it was entering into me, and I said to myself, I'm going to this year, just this month. I said to myself, I'm going to go on a break from X. It was draining. Mentally, it was destabilizing me. I was not focusing at all. So I told him that this is the decision I made. I'm going to go on a break this month. So he told me that I have really overworked myself. That it is not by power that you have the money. Yes, but you have to first of all recognize the giver of money. Do we have the giver of money? Yes, we have the one that makes it possible for us to even have money. Okay, now ask me, how will you feel if you go to bed, sleep, wake up, and you are not alive? Like you just wake up and see yourself in another world. How will you do? The money will not be able to have it. So you need to take your time, take care of yourself, take care of your body. Your body is important. It takes a living person to make money. If you can't make money, God, it was like it was like an angel sent to me to rescue me from my own depression. I was depressed, I was drained, but I was walking like nothing happened. I mean, if someone see me smiling, oh, nothing happened. Many people, I will tell you, many people are going through tough situation and they are looking for help. Many people are going through hard times and they are looking for help. The question is, how many people can you, talk to and help them come out of their hard situation? You remember this man, the Shunammite woman in the Bible? He told his son, hey, come, this is the last meal we have. We just have to eat this and we'll die. That was the situation of a depressed woman, a woman that have tried her best to ensure that she and the son survived. But she never knew that God had a plan for her. God prepared a man, a prophet, Elisha, prepared a man for her. But she never knew. She was planning to die. But God is here preparing a man to rescue her from her dungeon. I see, sometimes we are the cause of our problems. It's not even the devil. It's not God punishing us. God cannot punish us. I was asking him, is it that God is punishing me? He said, God cannot punish you. God will only discipline you. God will discipline you. Because I was telling him that sometimes, because he was telling me his own story, how he struggled with masturbation, pornography, and all of that, and how he came out of it. So because of his story, I got inspired. I said, if he could make it, come out of it, then I can come out of whatever addiction I'm finding myself in. I was addicted to social media online. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I pick is my phone. Not even prayers, like not even to pray. The first thing that I touch is my phone when I wake up in the morning. So, Jackie, tell me, when you wake up in the morning, where do you go first? If you are still listening to me, when you wake up in the morning, where do you go first? What do you pick up first? What do you listen to first? That was that was how I was. I pick up my phone, enter social media, either, and it was X. So it was so engulfed. I was so engulfed in this, right? So when he shared his own story of how he sat down and had time to reflect on himself, he asked himself questions, right? It is self-reflection that is going to reveal the real you. So he told me something. He asked me one question. What is that one thing that you have now that will make you happy? Another question, what is that one thing that you will not have now? Like you cannot have it now, but this is something that is making you so sad, like it can make you depressed. I mentioned those two things to him. He told me that I should focus on the positive aspect of this life, like the positive aspect of it, and leave the negative aspect of it. Most times we dwell on the negative aspect, forgetting the positive aspect. Now, if it has worked, if okay, this is not how your life was before. Your life was somehow a bit better before, but something happened as you progress. And bad thing, I look at the time, then prayed, then I look for videos to get me motivated. Then I post in community post, scripture and devotional. Oh wow, I wasn't doing any of those things. And I'm going to start doing them because I can't do without him. He's the source of my life. I can't do without him. I am not self-made. God is the one that created me. So I should be able to stay connected to him and with him. You see, most times we Christians, we tend to work for God and not remembering that working with God is the major thing. Working with God is as important as working for God. Now, working, there's DWORK, for God is as important as walking, WALKING, with God. So we tend to do the work and forget the journey working with Him. And I was missing it. And I struggled, thinking that I can do it by my own strength. And I was each time each time I had that problem, that negative thought in my mind, like for example, it was asking me, what would you have now, okay, that will make you happy? And if I don't have that thing, how will I feel? Now I was focusing on those things I wasn't having. So I was seeing it as a problem. I was creating a problem in my head. So now any money that comes to me, it goes to that problem. And that was the reason why I was unable to have, in fact, even if I have money, it will not be visible that I have money. I have not always done that. It takes me getting okay. It takes me getting consistent. I used to feel so sad when I used to just get up and go to work. So I changed my habit. I'm learning from you. I'm learning from you. Seriously. It's always important that we commit our days, our activities into the hand of God, the one that made us, because we didn't make ourselves. So I missed all of those parts. So I will need to have to restructure myself again and have a time where I will have a quiet time. So sometimes he now asks me, how long can you stay without your phone? I say, if you collect my phone from me, there's a problem. And you don't dare collect my phone from me. That is. So now, he now told me, okay, now keep your phone somewhere. Let's talk. I kept my phone for over 1 hour. And because it was from my heart, my mind didn't go there. But before, I cannot keep my phone for 1 hour without touching my phone. If I even charge it somewhere, my mind will be there. But it was able to help me just a few minutes. Like I spent, it's not even up to 2 hours with him in that church, and I was able to see light. I was able to see light. It was confusing at first. Yes, it was confusing at first, but with time, it was becoming clearer. Now I understand that it's not easy. Of course, when people are not clapping for you, will you keep moving? When people are not there cheering you, will you keep moving? So all those things, it's important for us to understand and move forward. So I now know myself. I now see myself in the light of all of this. I learned my lesson and I went back to him and told him, please, I need us to revive me. I need us to be back. I need that relationship. I need that love. I need that caring. I need that pampering, because God is a merciful Father. You know the story of the prodigal son, when he told the father, I am tired of this place. Give me this. Give me my own share of the portion. Give me everything. All my birthright. Give it to me. I'm tired of this house. And the father gave him everything. He left the father and went somewhere. Now, when he got there, what happened? He enjoyed life. A temporary life. It was a temporary pleasure. He enjoyed life. He stayed there. It was then until something happened. Began to eat, like things became so tough with the prodigal son. Things became so tough with him that he had to be, eating with the pig. You know how a human being eating with the animal? Oh my goodness, that was how difficult and how tough life was with him. So he began to eat with the pig. He began to eat, and one day he came back to his senses. Now, he didn't come back to his senses because someone told him to go back to his senses. No, he sat down and he asked himself questions. What am I doing here? My father is rich. My father has this. My father owns this. My father owns that. And I'm here. What am I doing with pig? What am I doing? Let me go back to my father. I prefer to even be the least servant to my father than to be here eating with the pig. He picked up himself. He started moving to his father's house. Now, when the father saw the prodigal son, the father ran Like he ran, hugged the son, and kissed him. He didn't even ask him too many questions. The boy began to cry because he knew that he did something wrong. So anytime we fall out of his grace, I mean, God in heaven, every time we fall out of his mercy, every time we go out of his ways, we do our own thing. The moment, if you can recognize it, realize it, self realization is important, then go back to him. He would in no way cast us away. So, sometimes Christian will say, how many times should a Christian fall before he rise again? You can fall 7 times and rise again 7 times. Yes, you can. God is not a man. Yes, I said to him, I was like, God have forgotten me. I was like, he has rejected me because I feel like he keeps showing me mercy and I keep going back to my vomit. That was what I was always thinking. So he now gave me an understanding, not that I didn't know all of these things. I knew all of these things, but I needed a reminder. I needed a strong reminder. You see, most times we feel like we know these things, and of course we know these things, but sometimes you need that conscious reminder, that that reminder again, because we are human. Life can happen. See, yes, it's so hard when you don't have support to do it. I understand, and I have to motivate myself daily. It is not easy. I stay in prayer about it. It's not easy at all. It's not easy. See, let me tell you something. I said to myself that lack of Bible was my challenge. The reason why I don't read my Bible. But do you know what? I intentionally bought a Bible and I kept it. Let me show you the Bible. This Bible looks so new. Look at it. No scratch. Look at. It looks like I've not opened it. Very new. Look at. Like I've not opened it, right? I bought it. Since I bought it, I dropped it. I was giving an excuse that because I don't have a Bible, that's the reason I don't read Bible. That I cannot use mobile phone and read my Bible. And I got the Bible and I kept it till now. Like, I mean, I am struggling to even open it and read. Not until today that I said to myself, whether the devil likes it or not. The truth is that the devil is not our portion, our problem. We feel like the devil is our problem. The devil is not our problem. Ignorance is our problem. We are the cause of our own problem. Now, if we can overcome ourselves, we can do it. So, what I was struggling with was overcoming myself. Yes, I was struggling with myself. I was struggling, serious struggling with myself. My mind, my spirit will be willing, but you see this, my flesh, I'll be giving excuses. Sometimes I'll be sleeping and I'll be singing in the spirit, but physically my body like this, I'm not singing, I'm not doing. And you can't go with only your spirit. You go to go with your spirit, your soul, and your body. Three things must be intact before you can really connect well with God. Yeah, so I learned a lot today, and my eyes got open, and I realized that I missed it. And I need to go back to my father because he's my loving father. He needs me, he loves me, and he wants me for himself. So I just said I should just share this story. Whoever that will be listening to this live stream, whether now or after now, should be able to learn one or two things from here. So, in summary of it all, in all you do, don't despise the place of your creator. Remember the creator, your creator, while you are still young, because a time coming when you won't be able to even stand. And what will you be remembered for? See, so a lot of things went through my mind, went through my head, and all of that. So I now draw a conclusion. So no matter what it is, I have to find time and study my Bible, because that is the only way I can get connected back to my Father. So that is the end of the story. I don't know if it actually makes sense to you, but if you are listening to me and you have any question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. And if you need this to be coming up frequent or more often, let me also know in the comment section. I am going to end this live now, and I'm going to start my live for small creators on YouTube. Okay, so thank you so much for listening to my story. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. It was a pleasure sharing that short and powerful experience with you. But Don't allow yourself to overcome yourself. Like, be the one in charge of yourself. Let your mind be controlled. Let what flies through your mind be checked. It's not everything that flies that you should be thinking of, because what you see has the tendency to influence us. Okay, so are you still here? I'm done with the story, and I wanted to just do that shortly and then end the live, then restart the live again for our growth discussion, our YouTube discussion. So, hi Jackie, are you still there? Okay, so I'm going to do that now and we move to the next episode.